Did you know Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't just score goals, he collects cars worth more than entire football clubs? While most players celebrate trophies with champagne, Ronaldo celebrates with V12 engines, quad-turbo monsters, and machines so rare that most people will never see one in real life. And today, we're ranking his top 10 expensive cars, starting with a Lamborghini that costs more than most houses, and ending with a Bugatti so insane the prices stop making sense. Let's begin. 10. Lamborghini Aventador. At number 10 comes his Lamborghini Aventador. Valued at around $400,000, this was a car Ronaldo famously bought himself as a 27th birthday gift back in 2012. At the time, he was already a global superstar, but this purchase marked something deeper. It was a statement. An all-black Aventador, low, aggressive, and unapologetic, powered by a naturally aspirated V12 engine that screams rather than hums. The scissor doors alone turn every arrival into an event, and the fighter jet-style cockpit feels less like driving and more like preparing for takeoff. Ronaldo even posted the car online with a simple caption, "Bom dia," good morning, because apparently, waking up in a Lamborghini is just part of the routine. Rumors suggest this isn't even his only Aventador. There have been sightings of a white one, and of course, a silver Lamborghini Urus joined the garage later. But the key thing to remember here is this. This is the cheapest car in his collection. Everything from this point forward only gets more ridiculous. 9. Mercedes-Benz G65 AMG. Next up, at number 9, is a vehicle that looks like luxury but behaves like a weapon. The Mercedes-Benz G65 AMG is not a typical SUV. It's a tank-wearing designer clothing. Valued at roughly $500,000, this monster weighs nearly 6,000 pounds and hides a twin-turbocharged V12 engine under its boxy hood. The numbers are absurd, close to 900 horsepower and over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. That's the kind of torque that could probably tow Ronaldo's superyacht while still pulling up to a 5-star restaurant like it owns the place. The G65 AMG represents a different side of Ronaldo. Not speed. Not finesse, pure dominance. It's loud, excessive, and completely unnecessary, which is exactly why it fits him perfectly. And yet, somehow, we're still just warming up. 8. Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe. Because at number 8, luxury enters the conversation with the Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a car worth around $550,000. This one is special for a different reason. It wasn't bought by Ronaldo himself, it was gifted to him by Georgina Rodriguez. The Phantom Drophead is less about speed and more about presence. Suicide doors that open like a private invitation. A one-button soft-top roof that turns the car into a moving yacht. A V12 engine that delivers power so smoothly, it almost feels disrespectful to call it acceleration. Despite weighing what feels like a small planet, this Rolls-Royce can still reach 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds and cruise at speeds most luxury cars wouldn't dare attempt. And this isn't even Ronaldo's only Rolls. He also owns a Rolls-Royce Dawn and a Ghost, proving that once you enter this level of wealth, one Rolls-Royce simply isn't enough. But luxury, as impressive as it is, can only carry us so far. 7. Ferrari F12 TDF. Because the real performance monsters begin from number 7. The Ferrari F12 TDF is where things start to get serious. Valued at around $600,000, this car is Ferrari's love letter to speed. Only 799 units were ever produced worldwide, instantly making it a collector's dream. Under the hood sits a naturally aspirated V12 engine, pushing 769 horsepower, capable of launching the car to over 200 miles per hour. It's lighter, sharper, and more aggressive than the standard F12, shaving off over 200 pounds in the pursuit of perfection. Finished in all black, Ronaldo's F12 TDF doesn't scream for attention, it intimidates. It's the kind of car that doesn't need to prove anything. And the craziest part? Even this is nowhere near the wildest thing he owns. 6. McLaren Senna. At number 6 on the list sits the McLaren Senna. And this is the moment where the numbers stop being merely impressive and start becoming unreal. Here, the price tags finally cross into 7-figure territory. Valued at roughly $1 million, the McLaren Senna represents a clear turning point, not just in cost, but in philosophy. This is the point where comfort, convenience, and daily usability become irrelevant. Named after the legendary Formula One driver Ayrton Senna, this machine was engineered with one uncompromising objective: absolute dominance on the racetrack. Only 500 units of the Senna were ever produced, instantly making it a collector's dream. Under the hood lies a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that delivers close to 800 horsepower. It rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds, but acceleration alone does not define this car. Many supercars are fast in a straight line. The Senna is something far more extreme. What truly makes the McLaren Senna intimidating is its obsession with aerodynamics. At high speeds, it generates over 1,700 pounds of downforce, enough to physically force the car onto the asphalt, dramatically increasing grip and cornering stability. Massive air intakes, an aggressive front splitter, and an enormous active rear wing are not design flourishes. They are functional weapons. Inside, luxury is stripped to the bare minimum. Lightweight materials dominate, visibility is prioritized, and every component serves performance. The Senna is not meant to pamper its driver. It demands respect. And this is where a deeper truth becomes clear. Ronaldo does not collect cars simply because they are expensive. He chooses machines that embody extremes: speed without compromise, power without apology, and engineering pushed to its absolute limits. 5. Ferrari Monza SP1. Up until now, every car we've discussed is already insane. But from this point forward, we're entering territory reserved for collectors, royalty, and people whose bank accounts don't operate by normal rules. These are machines so rare that most people will never even see one in person. Therefore, at number 5 in Ronaldo's garage is Ferrari Monza SP1. The Ferrari Monza SP1 is a perfect example. Valued between $1.8 and $2 million, this car is less of a vehicle and more of a statement. Ronaldo reportedly skipped training to travel to Ferrari headquarters in Maranello to secure this purchase personally. The Monza SP1 is an ultra-limited, single-seat speedster with no roof and no windshield in the traditional sense. It's built almost entirely from carbon fiber and powered by a V12 engine that launches it to 62 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. This isn't a car you drive casually. This is a car you own to remind the world who you are. It's impractical, outrageous, and unapologetically exclusive. And now, we officially enter hypercar territory. 4. Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. At number 4 sits the Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse, a machine that marks a decisive shift in Ronaldo's automotive journey. With an estimated value of around $2 million, this is not simply a car. It is a rolling engineering statement. When it debuted, the Grand Sport Vitesse held the title of the fastest open-top production car in the world, a distinction that instantly cemented its place in automotive history. Only 95 examples of the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse were ever produced, ensuring its exclusivity among an already ultra-exclusive brand. Powering this monster is Bugatti's iconic 8.0-liter W16 quad-turbocharged engine, producing an astonishing 1,180 horsepower. These are figures that push the boundaries of what seems physically possible for a road-legal vehicle. At full throttle, the car was capable of exceeding 400 kilometers per hour, even without a fixed roof. But the Veyron's appeal is not just raw speed. It represents Bugatti's obsessive pursuit of perfection: hand-stitched interiors, aerospace-grade materials, and engineering tolerances measured in microns. This is luxury fused with violence, refinement paired with absurd power. The car also became infamous when it was crashed by Ronaldo's bodyguard, a moment that turned a routine accident into international news. It served as a reminder that at this level of wealth and fame, even mishaps become headlines. Yet perhaps the most telling detail is this: despite all its excess, speed, and drama, the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse is still not the most outrageous Bugatti in Ronaldo's collection. 3. Bugatti Chiron. Because that title belongs to the third most expensive car in his garage, the Bugatti Chiron. With a valuation ranging between $3 and $3.5 million, the Chiron is the point where automotive engineering crosses from extraordinary into almost irrational. This is what happens when luxury, excess, and controlled madness collide into a single machine. Bugatti did not build the Chiron to be reasonable. It was built to redefine limits. At its heart lies the legendary quad-turbocharged 8.0-liter W16 engine, producing an astonishing 1,500 horsepower. These numbers are not just impressive on paper, they translate into a driving experience that borders on surreal. The Chiron's top speed is electronically limited to 261 miles per hour, not because it cannot go faster, but because physics, safety, and tires eventually draw a line. Even with that limitation, it remains one of the fastest production cars ever created. Yet what sets Ronaldo's Chiron apart is not just speed. Inside the cabin, Bugatti's obsession with craftsmanship is on full display. Every surface is sculpted, stitched, and finished by hand. The custom CR7 stitched headrests act as a quiet but powerful signature, a reminder that this particular Chiron was tailored for one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. It is subtle, but unmistakably personal. Bugatti has since discontinued the Chiron, instantly transforming existing models into appreciating assets rather than mere vehicles. Ronaldo's Chiron is no longer just a hypercar, it is a collector's weapon, a symbol of an era that will never be repeated. And still, despite its outrageous power, prestige, and exclusivity, it does not hold the crown as the rarest Bugatti in his garage. 2. Bugatti Centodieci. And that honor goes to the Bugatti Centodieci, which is number 2 in our list. Valued at around $9 million, this car is owned by only 10 people on Earth. Inspired by the legendary Bugatti EB110, the Centodieci is a rolling tribute to the brand's past and future. With a full carbon fiber body and a length approaching 15 feet, it looks more like a concept car than something meant to be driven. Perhaps the most insane detail of all is that Ronaldo reportedly lets his bodyguards drive it. For most people, owning this car would be the peak of their entire existence. For Ronaldo, it's something he hands the keys to. 1. Bugatti La Voiture Noire. And then there's number 1. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire isn't just the most expensive car in Cristiano Ronaldo's collection, it was once the most expensive new car ever sold. Valued between $18 and $19 million, this car didn't just raise the bar, it erased it. Inspired by the iconic Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, La Voiture Noire is a one-of-one masterpiece. A single example exists in the world, and Ronaldo owns it. Powered by an 8.0-liter quad-turbo W16 engine producing nearly 1,500 horsepower and over 1,180 pound-feet of torque, it can still hit 60 miles per hour in around 3 seconds. But performance almost feels irrelevant here. This car is art, a symbol, a flex so extreme it reset the entire luxury industry. This single vehicle is worth more than most entire supercar collections combined. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, it's just one of his toys. So yes, Cristiano Ronaldo's car collection is worth far more than you think. And now, the question is simple. If you could choose just one car from his garage, which one would you take? And be honest, do you want to see Messi's collection next or Neymar's? Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.